Progress Entertainment again. My people, this is gonna be a rather quick live. And the reason for this live is a situation I feel like I have to address. Because with the success of Vybz Kartel right now, where we basically see where Vybz Kartel dominate the world musically. And Vybz Kartel pretty much show how successful a dancehall artist can be, both financially and the impact of their music, right? Jamaican Youth, you big up yourself, me general, every single time. Me people remember, go over to Jamaican Youth and support him. Thing, me general, big up yourself. Me peeps. But the reason why me even think about Carlin, big up yourself. Margareta Briscoe, big up yourself every single time. You understand? So first and foremost, my people, make we address the elephant in the room. Basically, Nigel staff from Rough Cut Bands has made it clear that Vybz Kartel does not have the capability to perform with a bands. Him not have that skill there. Him can't sing pan key and them something there. Vybz Kartel just can't manage to work with a bands. I don't really know where this is coming from. So we are going to jump into that a little bit. But first, me could big up the people them. So everybody on the live, leave a comment so we can see your name. And remember, once your name pop up, I can give you guys a shout out. You understand? So once you join the live, just leave a comment so I can give you guys a shout out. Normally, for the first 5 minutes of the live, we bless up with people that will join the live and everything. We have 52 people on the live. It just started 2 minutes ago, but we have 10 thumbs up. So guys, hit the thumbs up button, man. Courtney, big up yourself. Lavender Smile Hairstyle, big up yourself. Maxine Brown, big up yourself every single time. Hit the like button, guys. Rosie Hendricks Diary, big up yourself. Vince, big up yourself. Guys, I think you need a season episode 3 at the Tailpipe Story. I got there, I think Friday more than likely. So guys, around Friday. Vince, big up yourself. Anne-Marie, big up yourself. Devon, big up yourself. Hit the like button, guys. We have 55 people on the live. We start less than 3 minutes ago. So guys, hit the thumbs up button, man. And push up the thumbs up. Because once you jump on the live, just hit the thumbs up button so the live can get pushed out there by YouTube. You understand? Leave your comments so I can big you guys up. That's how we do it for the first 5 minutes of the show. And we are just over 3 minutes of the show. So yes, my people. As bad as things be, God divine wisdom, big up yourself. Holy a blessing, love and love alone every single time. Patsy Baran, big up yourself. Love and love alone. Patsy say, hey Jay, please, how is your daughter doing? My daughter is doing exceptionally well, Patsy. She's settling in well, so that's lovely. Lieutenant, big up yourself every single time. If you can't perform with a band, you're not a real performer. Right? That is true. But then again, is what Nigel staff is saying is true, that Vybz Kartel cannot perform with a bands. That is the main thing, you know. He said it, but it could be coming from a different place. Andre Skinner, big up yourself. Anne-Marie, big up yourself. Anne-Marie asks as well, oh, is the baby girl? She's doing lovely. She's doing lovely, guys. You know what I mean? So she's settling quite well, and you guys will see her very soon. And again, I'm gonna say to you guys, she'll be uploading her first YouTube video pretty soon. It's a vlog. So when that happens, I'll let you guys know, and you guys can check out her vlog and her channel. Right? So she's just finalizing some stuff, and then she'll have her vlog up. It's already done. It's already edited. So it's just a matter of her posting it, but she having some final touches done, right? But she's doing lovely, guys. Soon and very soon we'll have a video together, so you guys will soon see us on the camera again. But you know, because I'm busy doing a lot of things and all of that, and I'm just doing content like these, You know, this is not her area content, you know. But guys, all right, we hit the 5 minutes now of the show. And like me say, it's not going to be a very long one. But me just feel the need that I needed to address what Nigel staff said. Nigel staff said on the Fix show that with Naro, say basically Kartel can't manage to perform with a bands for many reasons. He even outlined that he's not fit enough, he's not healthy enough, so therefore he cannot perform with the bands. Kartel doesn't know keys and stuff like that. I'm like, really? And I said to myself, why does this man sound like there's a personal vendetta against Vybz Kartel? And I'll get to that, why I think there is. Remember, you know, Rough Cut is pretty much Beenie Man bands, you know. A Beenie Man bands that, you know. You understand? Beenie Man bring Rough Cut on tour with him and all these things. So with all the kingship thing, we did a go on with Beenie Man and Vybz Kartel, it never did a go down well. So me know there's a little vibes. DH, big up your Dan H, big up yourself every single time. Me see your J Progress Entertainment badge, love and love alone. When I'm loyal subscribers them. When I listen to that man, I say, no man, this sound more than a man just make a sound assessment or a constructive criticism, and that Vybz Kartel need to work with bands and he can improve here and there and stuff like that. And I tell you what, when the man said that, Vybz Kartel make a post, you know, and the post Vybz Kartel make with him in a Suriname in a 2010, performing with bands as well, and mash up a place. And when me look, me I say, Vybz Kartel I send a message, you know. And then me go dig deeper. And people, to my surprise, I pull up at least about 10 stage show from back then with Vybz Kartel. And mash up a place with bands. So me I say then, me think this man I say Vybz Kartel can't perform with bands. He never could from the start of his career. He don't even know keys. I mean, I say Vybz Kartel, as a big established artist, we bring so much artists in the game, and we reach to Vybz Kartel level, and him don't know musical keys. Him can't sing pan key. Him can't, he's not able to manage performing with the bands. I me say, no man, this no sound right, man. And you know, when me realize say something personal was there, when Naro asked the man how him feel about the King of Dancehall thing, and the man grown 55 million corner, and him basically say, Vybz Kartel no deserve it. Vybz Kartel do nothing in a dancehall. Him even go as far as say, even though Beenie Man is a self-proclaimed king, him think Beenie Man deserved the kingship more. Beenie Man kingship was well deserving. And me I say, okay. I saw the dancehall industry work. It no matter who you is or how great you do, or who you spend money with, I go props you up. So when Naro said to him, say, but Vybz Kartel is not really an artist who need a bands. Vybz Kartel is doing exceptionally well without a bands. And I mean, he's doing exceptionally well. The man said there is always area to improve. And further down the line, Vybz Kartel is going to realize that he will need a bands when he start doing shows here and there. But tell you what, one more further down the line is there for Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel are almost 50-year-old. Vybz Kartel have hits, pantapa, hits, pantapa, hits, pantapa, hits, pantapa, hits. Vybz Kartel, I have said this before, right? I have said this numerous times before, that Vybz Kartel can have a stage show, have him this jack where spin him song them, and Vybz Kartel take a chair and put it and put it in the middle of the stage and sit down. And him sang them just a play. And him just a go so. And the place mash up. Somebody said doing songs in studio and whatever. You know see Vybz Kartel performing one song them. Vybz Kartel seems like somebody who cannot perform his own songs. You don't realize Vybz Kartel choose not to perform with the bands. It's not that he cannot or he cannot manage working with the bands. He choose not to perform with a bands. He's done it before. He's been there, done that, and fly past that. The videos are out there to show. The videos are out there to show. How many times Vybz Kartel work with bands and mash up the place? An artist of Vybz Kartel caliber. And this is why I think that Nigel was being very biased. An artist of Vybz Kartel caliber. Working with the bands is like second nature for him. Because what people fail to realize, you don't just have a show tomorrow. No matter which artist you is. So this is where I knew that Nigel staff was being very biased. And I feel like him have a thing against Vybz Kartel. And I think the entire Rough Cut bands have a thing against Vybz Kartel. Because we all know that a Beenie Man them support and the little vibes and this and that and that. Watch you know. How could you say Vybz Kartel cannot manage to work with a bands? How could you say that? When working with a bands, the artists, listen me good now, you know. For sure the bias come in, you know. How can a man cannot work with a bands when the artists will rehearse with the bands before the actual shows? And if you rehearse with the bands will know how far they can push you. You'll know how far you want the bands to push you. You'll know how much mix there, how much that there, which song will take too much energy from you. So you rehearse with the bands. So therefore, you and the bands know the exact set how now they go perform. Him say, because of Vybz Kartel, health and stamina and Ray, he can't perform with the bands. Barry Sammons is an old man right now. Me see Barry Sammons a walk the other day over National Stadium and him barely can go. But Barry Sammons perform with the bands. Vybz Kartel may be sick, but he's still in better health than a lot of the elder them and they still work with the bands. So that's what I try to show you. But a lot of people miss the big picture, you know. Because watch you know. You know artists who work with bands. When they go on tour, them carry the bands with them. Imagine how much money Rough Cut would make. If Vybz Kartel choose to carry Rough Cut on him tour, them him have all I show them have in America. All of them big concert there, where them say I pull down $1 million and all them thing there. Imagine if Vybz Kartel bring Rough Cut and those show. So you no realize say every angle where you take it in the music fraternity in Jamaica, Vybz Kartel money and mad them. A Vybz Kartel money is a problem. Vybz Kartel being the king of dancehall is a part of the problem, and Vybz Kartel money is also a part of the problem. Alright, here I know. Little Jamal, Dunce man, we just bust what here. He might work with bands. Them were supposed to have a bands on the stage. And Vybz Kartel, who spend him life in the music, seasoning the music, work with bands over and over, can't manage to perform with the bands. Little Jashi, we just come in the music what here. Mash up a place when he work with bands, but Vybz Kartel can't manage to work with the bands. So personally, would I really like to understand how that even work. So when you don't realize what go on, when a man talk about Vybz Kartel, you can tell in try to be diplomatic, but at the same time, you could have seen him try to shades Vybz Kartel in a certain type of way. Because him have that energy against Vybz Kartel, now we can tell. That's why I mean no say rough cut and Vybz Kartel not good. Even when I ask about the kingship, if the only thing left for him say is that Vybz Kartel don't deserve the crown. According to him, he haven't done enough. People, when you want to learn, if you look into the depths of this thing, you can understand. Remember, you don't just get up and go work with a band, you rehearse. You rehearse with the bands. So when you go on that stage, the bands know what song you're after. The bands know how to play you. The bands know how to mix you. When Vybz Kartel go on his shows, Vybz Kartel up there perform too much hours. 3/4 of the artists them will go perform with the bands. Them get all a set at 30 minutes, 25 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. And when Vybz Kartel do him show them, Vybz Kartel they on stage too much hours. So let me ask you this now. How is it that he has the stamina to be on stage for how many hours? But him who not have even the stamina to work with a band for half an hour or 25 minutes. I know the bands tell if you run up and down on the stage, the bands play the music and mix you the way you want with your song. And you run up and down where you want. So the same way your Vybz Kartel perform with anyone I show them, him could have put the same energy and the same everything and just make the bands mix him. The bands is just the bass and the treble and the everything in the background. It is the instruments in the background. So me would have liked to know if the bands means a Kartel have to go run and flick on the stage and jump and flick over into the crowd and jump back on stage again and run good on the other end of the stage and run go back up on the other one. Make it make sense. Vybz Kartel choose not to perform with the bands. It's not because he cannot perform with the bands. Because I have seen multiple shows with Vybz Kartel performing with the bands and mash up a place. So now go make we think about it really and truly now and break down when Nigel staff say. Watch out now, Vybz Kartel, as the artist you know Vybz Kartel to be, do you really think that Vybz Kartel would have an aspect I'm musical entertainment when need to work on and him not work on it? You think Vybz Kartel would have know say him can't work on bands and him not work on that the year a day? And Vybz Kartel is an all-rounder? What Rough Cut seem to forget is that the bands is simply playing the beat that's on the track. The only thing what the bands can do is mix you in and out. And lift this a key or drop that the key or lift bass or drop that the bass there. And you tell the bands where you want to. Because you did in a DJ say, one drop, give me a mix, give me a one drop, because you and your bands rehearse. But the man say, Vybz Kartel can't manage to perform with the bands. Make we talk about bad mind. Make we talk about tear down in the music. Make we talk about watching Vybz Kartel money. Make me talk about some of the insiders them whenever they do want Vybz Kartel come from prison. And him think that would add to Vybz Kartel career. But me ask you this. What more is there for Vybz Kartel to achieve in dancehall, really? What more is there? Vybz Kartel don't really have nothing to achieve in a dancehall. If Vybz Kartel don't get a Grammy, it doesn't make any sense. Because the whole world already knows that Vybz Kartel are the greatest in a dancehall already. That is already clear. without a doubt. That is nothing when nobody have it. That is nothing that nobody a wonder or a panda. Vybz Kartel greatness. Vybz Kartel have hits when him now have to do another new song for the rest of him time in a dance hall. And have a catalog when you can just go by. So when me the man I said it, I said, no man. That brother you have something against Vybz Kartel, man. Yeah, man, that brother you have something against Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel cannot manage to perform with a bands. How difficult is performing with a bands? Are you going to rehearse with the bands? In case a person don't understand where me coming from. If me I go make you do something tomorrow, and the whole night tonight me and you practice what you do. And it's not that difficult. That's how you do every day. Vybz Kartel is a musician. Vybz Kartel is an artist. If you take up one paint pan with piece of thick and a knock Vybz Kartel rhythm like a saying can DJ pan it. Never mind a bands of professional musicians who know when to key, what level, what everything. When to mix you, when to one job, when to everything and you and them rehearse. How would it be that you cannot perform with that bands? Somebody said Vybz Kartel is an elder in the music business, but he's not the stage best performer. Nothing is wrong with not being the best stage performer, but that's not what he said. He said Vybz Kartel cannot manage to perform with a band. Performing with a band doesn't make you the best performer. A performer is just a performer, whether they are performing with a band or a track. So anyway, Vybz Kartel perform, he would have performed the same way with a band or with a track. So let's say he's not the best performer out there. James said, Jay, how many people you see still practice and can't manage? But Vybz Kartel is the top of his game as a musician. If you knock a paint pan, Vybz Kartel can put him lyrics pan and ride the rhythm. But you knock a paint pan. We are not talking about an immature now, you know. Anything you give Vybz Kartel in a music for you do, him can do it. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. Some artists has to perform to win the crowd. But some artists doesn't need to do it. They really don't need to make any effort in performance. What you don't understand, you know? When an artist have hit song and go to a stage show, they don't even have to sing their own songs. The rhythm a play and then just put a mic to the crowd and the crowd sing a song for them. Is that performance? But everybody enjoy that part of the show because the crowd can sing the song if it's a hit song. If it's a popular trending song. Vybz Kartel have hundreds of those. But it just goes to show where it no matter how great you get in that game here, of music, the insiders are part of the corruption in dancehall music. They are a part of the teardown. They are the ones who let dancehall is so difficult to break out from. What Vybz Kartel is doing now, no other dancehall artist is doing it. But yet still, you see dancehall artists, all right, watch out now, you know. Why would a promoter pay Vybz Kartel $1 million for a show, but a promoter would not pay Beenie Man the same $1 million? And Beenie Man is one of the best performers in dancehall. And Beenie Man is able to manage to work with the bands. Doesn't it tell you that that's not the secret ingredients? Doesn't it tell you that people want what they want? The bands is just an instrument, like if you put in a track and it'll play the track. It'll play the instruments. But you have live instruments and them do them thing. And you have rehearsed with that bands and you can, and you tell the bands what to do. How many times you hear artists say to the bands, I know that near you rehearse? Because a lot of bands mash up your set as well. Rough Cut mash up Massacre set at some fest. You never see that. Rough Cut lazy up Massacre show. Me say I want to bands, man, them, but them look so. Like them want to sleep. You look like them hungry, them not have no energy, I want to go on. Them mash up Massacre set at some fest. So sometimes are the best thing. Look on Jamal Dunce, man. It's the best thing him use track. He would have never get the reception there with the bands. So the best thing when him did come late and him have to use tracks. You know have to understand. You see, entertainment, it is about the recipient, the fans, the audience. You could have go up there, go put 55 bands on the stage and flick and pop a lick and jump and chuck and do everything on the stage. If it's not received as entertainment by the fans, you'd have done nothing. And a man will go out there and go sit down on a chair and sing along to him song. And the entire audience will sing along to it and love it. That's what they will remember. And that's where the enjoyment is. So there is no one thing or two things in music that makes you the best musician. See it there? Beenie Man is the best performer and work the best pan bands. But Beenie Man is not the best dancehall artist out there. He doesn't have the impact. So it comes with multiple things. So when me hear this NIGEL staff attack, me I say, no, sir. This sound more than just analysis and an assessment. People, the same thing with this man Vybz Kartel can do. Me see him done it many times. So I know Vybz Kartel chose not to work with a band for whatever reason he want. Lesser artists than Vybz Kartel work with bands who barely a boss, who don't know nothing about music yet, who for them piss no reach nowhere in the music line pipeline yet, and them a work with bands and a mash up a place. Get to youth when never got no music school and no key when no nothing, and them a mash up a place. So what said a man like Vybz Kartel who have been around music for the better part of his life? Come on, guys. We're not that blind. Rough Cut, there's a problem with Vybz Kartel. And you, NIGEL staff, I don't know what the personal vendetta is with you and Vybz Kartel, but obviously there is a personal vendetta with NIGEL staff, the Rough Cut team, and Vybz Kartel. If Vybz Kartel working with a bands was a disadvantage to Vybz Kartel, how could Vybz Kartel be the man who sold out every stadium where him go, every arena? Oh, people that say him boring, me don't want to watch him. I can listen to his songs, but I can't watch him live. He's too boring. I foreign that. They would have said, I can listen to Vybz Kartel's songs on the radio or watch his music video on the TV, but I cannot go and watch him live because he's too boring. Vybz Kartel arenas, they are sold out. Everything. So make it make sense to it, please. Because if me not get no entertainment and the entertainment not good enough, me not spend the money go there and Vybz Kartel show them an X amount of money. If the best performer Beenie Man go out in an arena go keep showing it could even full up, then bands not really do that, have no value. And you decide if you want bands or not. And I think Vybz Kartel made it clear. He chose to work with tracks and not bands. And it a work. Simple as that. Alright, this is the thing there. That's how it goes still. But let me say one thing, people in a life. You see, anything what you do in a life that is working for you and it's working the way to please you and you have no problem with it, it's working fine, and by you doing it, you are at the top of your game, stay where you're there and do what you do. Don't try to change it to please nobody, because the moment you do it, alright, this is how you go fall off. Believe when me tell you that. 1J Progress Entertainment, me people. Remember good no man? You not fi ask nobody nothing. And nobody not fi tell you nothing. I just 1J Progress Entertainment. Believe no man?